So wonderful, so wonderful, so wonderful. Today I'm making kale and potato and having some coffee and some eggs and spice. And I live in Halifax. My name is SIMBA in Halifax from Kenya. My name is SIMBA in Halifax from Kenya. Hello. Jambo, chamege. Bonjour. Salut, salut. Salut mon ami. Salut mon ami. Todarab. Danke. Guten Tag, guten Tag. Anyways, so one more. Salam alaikum. And one more. How you say that? Namaste. Ni hao. Ni hao ma. Alright, here we go. Anyways, so making this is greetings from around the world, different cultures. And one more. Just one more. Gracias, amigo. Gracias, amiga. Gracias, amigo. All right, here we go. And oh yeah, one more. One more. This is from the Aboriginal community here in Halifax and in Nova Scotia and in Eastern Canada, in Eastern USA. It's a great Mi'kmaq kingdom language. It's called the Mi'kmaq, or Mi'kmaq, and it is how do they say hello? We say hello in Eastern Canada by saying what? Thank you is well, Alan. And then hello is what? Hello. You're going to find out for yourself, okay? So really good to learn the culture and the heritage of every other place that you live in, of your own family, and of your own family and community, because society and human society is centered around community and family, and then from there comes individuals and organizations and government and all this other stuff. And also here I have like already made rice, mixture of rice, and just my own blend of ABCD. As you can see, it's already done. Just warmed it, and so I'm caramelizing the potato onions. Here you can see that right here. SIMBA in Halifax from Kenya. Just making food here. I used to make food for the homeless and to help the homeless and all this stuff, and just people that are less fortunate, and a lot of just good work and compassionate work here that I do in Halifax, Nova Scotia province of Canada. Lovely place. Visit Halifax if you get a chance. Romantic city. Amazing Nova Scotians. Finest ever. And nice Canadians doing good job. Actually, the nice Canadians actually visited Kenya. Share that story. A lady called Christy. She plays Scottish violin. Christy, she went to Kenya and she played Scottish violin for how many? She was going to play for about 10 children there in Kenya, and 10 little preschool children, or like ECD, early childhood education, development center education children. And by the time she came back, she taught over 1,000 children. Amazing how nice Canadian can do a lot of good in the world. One Donald Trump or Hitler or Mussolini or I don't know which other, or Putin or like all these other people that have been known to do a lot of harm to humanity. They should gather around them. It's not them themselves. They gather around them just bullies that do that. I don't know, just very narrow-minded societies, and they end up doing a lot of harm to humanity and stuff like that. And humanity, well, they try to, they cannot ever, ever, ever. Bullies will never, ever, ever succeed, ever, ever. But they try because they are fools. A fool cannot change. It's just who they are naturally. It's how they were born and raised, and they cannot change it. They try, they'll pretend to be nice or to be like well educated or to be well brought up or to dress nicely, talk nicely. It's just they just pretend. All within them is called a big shit show, and it stinks. So they cover up with all this other nice whatever. But the default setting is just foolishness of very narrow-minded people with very weak genes. Very weak genes. So decided. So they overcompensate by doing what? By trying to bully others, trying to set a necessary world, whatever, and trying to like control the spaces and this and that. I used to make a lot of food here for the homeless and all that, and we are about 8 of us in the house, and 5 are amazing, and there's 3, just 3, only 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 idiots. One is blind, one is dumb, and one cannot see. So the dumb, the blind, and the whatever, and the one that the dumb, the blind, and the one that cannot speak or cannot see or cannot whatever, whichever. So I got 3 blind mice, and these are the ones that make up the monster generation. It's a jealousy, ignorance, and greed. Jealousy, ignorance, and greed. So these are the 3 bullies in the house. One is extremely generous, one is extremely ignorant, and one is extremely greedy. So this is how it is. And that happens in the world. You get people like that. So George Howard said, when we are born, he said that the problem in the world is some pigs want to be more equal than others. So they want to be more obese, they want to stink more, they want to be able to like furt, F-E-R-T, furt, as in like pollute the environment more. And that way they feel, hey, yeah, and they just laugh and goof around about their stinky foots. It's just how it is. And I asked one retired person the other day, how comes that these bullies are like trying to like have a lot of influence in the world or whatever? He told me it's just a few kids that are spoiled brats from privileged families that do it, that are competing with each other. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good. I'm headed out.
Yeah. It's my roommate, Will. He's just waking up.
Right,
And
yeah,
he's going to volunteer. Look, he made amazing soup. You see? Will is amazing. Come here. Give me a big guy. All the best.
I gotta go. I'm leaving.
I know. Say hi to them people. Yeah, amazing young man. See? So he's one of the 5 amazing ones here in the house. And he's one of my favorite. Nice. So, whatever. So, connect with people that are kind-hearted, from kind-hearted family, and that work on doing good. So, and then you have this amazing, I'm just putting the potato here so you can see what I'm doing. Amazing people around you that have good values, and they're on a good path, doing good, working on doing good for humanity, and excited. That the ones that I just also mentioned this as a caveat. The ones that are bullies will try and do it. They'll try and suck up too. The ones that are from amazing families, and especially the ones that they think of a higher class or a higher caste. In Asia they call it C-A-S-T-E, caste. That's how it's spelled in whatever in Asia. But the real word is A-S-T-E. C, how you spell it? S-C-U-R-E. There's a double R somewhere. S-E-D. Like atheist. Atheist. In other words, it is an evil system of ranking people according to what? Status, social status. There's a high status, which is I think called a Brahmin or something like that, this or whatever, and then they like I don't know, these ones and these ones and the soldiers and these ones and these ones, and the bottom is something called the Harijans. The Harijans are the ones that they live. If you go away anyway in Asia, they will live by the railway. They are the ones that bury people or burn the bodies. They are the ones that they do the most important work in society. They are the ones that I don't know, push heavy loads here and there. They will drive you around in a rickshaw. They will very heavy things in heavy weather with just a little cotton cloth they have around them, and they will live a very simple life. They live on the street and stuff like that. It happens a lot in Asia. You've noticed it in Asia, India, around Bangladesh, around Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in China. You notice it in Japan. You notice in many of these Asian countries. You notice that they have this social ranking, and the society, all the rich and the milkless, and the especially the ones that are bullies. The bullies, what they do, they try and take advantage of who? These innocent, lovely, good souls that are the poorest of the poor. So the society profits from the poorest of the poor. They think they are profiting from the poorest of the poor. They think they are taking advantage of the poorest of the poor, but that's not the case. It's just an illusion. The poorest of the poor are the bullies. They are the richest. The richest that are taking advantage of the poor are the poorest of the poor in the mind, in the genes, in the way of thinking, because they're greedy, they're ignorant, and they're corrupt. So when they are corrupt, they are the ones self-harming themselves, their children and their generations, and their grandchildren, generations forever. So they become accursed. So that's how it is. It just happens. It happens in Europe. It happens in Africa. It happens in Asia. It happens in the Middle East, especially. I don't know why that area are in the Middle East. There, it's a lot of big mess. And then it also happens as now in I don't know, in this our generations. It's happening a lot in Canada and in USA. A lot of it, a lot of the greed, the ignorance, the corruption is, and they use something called racism, which is the same ranking of society. In Europe, they use things like, I don't know, what do they call it? They call it different things. They call it meritocracy, or they call it civilization, or they call it like the gentlemen, the gentrified, the ladies and the nobles and the kings, and then they call the ones on the street the rough sleepers and stuff like that. And who knows whatever. See, see, it's all a big stupid foolishness. William Shakespeare said, when we are born, he was not talking about Africans, he was not talking about Asians, he's not talking about Aboriginal, he was not talking about mixed race people. No, he was talking about his own European culture, and especially the middle class and the rich of that time. So the kings and the nobles and all these other people that were just like fat pigs, eating too much and shitting too much, and like just lazing around, sleeping too much, and I don't know, just growing fat and obese really in the brain, and they're lazy. So to entertain themselves, they start something called absolutely unnecessary war, and then they send the young people, especially the strongest of the simple people, They send them to war, and then they say, oh yeah, go fight for the kingdom, or go fight for country, and I don't know, whatever, serve your country, serve the king, serve whoever. That's it's just stupidity, because they're children of the king, or the children of the nobles, or the children of the middle class, the whatever, doctor, lawyer, engineer, social worker, all this. They don't want their children to go be killed in the war. They don't want to send them there. So they don't want them to be police patrolling the streets, just like, I don't know, dealing with negative interactions with humanity. They don't want them to be like, let's give another example, whatever else, see? See, or waking up early, going to drive a bus, or I don't know, whatever it is, see? Or like, hey, standing outside there in construction, whatever, with building a building for whoever, or for whatever reason. They don't want that. So what happens? They want their children to be pampered, spoiled brats, just piglets. Piglets is what George Orwell called them, really, piglets. The piglets, he said, this is a beautiful sunrise. I'm going to show you the sunrise. So he called them the piglets. And the piglets, what do they like to do? They want to sleep too much, eat too much, and then squeal too much. It just cause a big mess. That's how it is. And they just run around, and they're greedy little piglets. So that's how it is. The children of the rich and the middle class end up being piglets. Greedy. They're raised to be racist, to be ignorant, and to be corrupt. So those are three things. So how do they do that? By bullying others, which is called stealing, by either taking advantage of either, say, the government, or taking advantage of anyone they think is vulnerable, or is old, or is like weak, or is like, I don't know, whatever they think they can take advantage of, see? Or maybe like, in this situation where I live in, it's like the landlord is amazing. He's from China. He just provides a good space with good facilities, good this, and 5 people appreciate it, and 3 just want to take advantage of it. So it's just how it is. It's how the world is. Even in humanity, in every family, it's the same thing. There'll be like these amazing people here, and then there are like some idiots, and then there are like really kind-hearted ones. There are a few on the other side. So, and then a few idiots, and then majority don't give a shit. They just mind their own business. It's selfish shit. Also, that 80% whatever. This is how it is. Anyways, this kale is not trying to bomb this. This ball is not trying to like steal from their coffee. It's not trying to be like, hey, this egg, hey, why are you like that? Why can I not have this other egg? Why can I not have the potato? Hey, I don't know, spice. Why are you sitting there? You look different. You look weird. Whatever. This and this one is like, oh, hey, I'm better than you because I am a metal. And this one is like, oh, look at that. This one. Oh, look, we found a black person here in the instant coffee. Oh, yeah. Let's bully this 60, 70-year black man called SIMBA in Halifax from Kenya. And they're children of rich. Why? Because SIMBA making good food for the homeless. They're jealous about that. Oh, they're jealous about, I don't know. He looks happy and joyful. He thinks they're outside in Tim Hortons. He's just having a wonderful time. People are appreciating it and giving him $1, $2, so $7 per day maybe. And the same people are making will make hundreds of thousands per year. It's 200,000, 3,000 per year, $500,000 per year, and or like whatever when they start their career or whatever. See, so they may make a lot of money, but it's going to be shit, costs money forever, because it's evil. It's evil. It's just like whatever. See, this is a random example I'm just giving about how humanity works, in my opinion. I am I ain't no professor. I ain't no everybody genius in their own way, but I ain't no like professional, certified psychologist, psychiatrist, professional in the government or whatever, or non-profit or like organization like that, whatever. No, just a simple ordinary person doing some good here and there. So they try to stop me from making the food here, and they try this. It's like, hey, hey, cooking in the kitchen. Hey, don't use the living room. Hey, don't use the corridor. Hey, don't walk on the corridor. Hey, I don't know, the whatever. See, idiots. The same idiots are not using the opportunities in life well. They're frustrated because what? They've been here 300 years in Canada, and this guy just came, called SIMBA in Halifax from Kenya, came here a few years ago, and he's doing amazing. Barack Obama came, first, second generation, he became president, and he's amazing. Or like Kamala Harris came here, I don't know, 2 generations ago, and she is running for president. And Jagmeet Singh from India, from the Punjabi community, came to Canada a few years ago, or 2 generations ago, whatever, and he almost became prime minister or whatever. So all these amazing people that are multicultural, that are this brown and maybe like mixed race, and there's some amazing ones too, like Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg is just a young lady, or like in Europe, and she speaks about the environment a lot. Or like there's another lady called Malala in the Middle East, I think somewhere around Iran or Syria or some place like that, and she speaks about women, the rights of women, because women are oppressed a lot in the Middle East, and all the way from Israel to don't be fooled about Christianity and Judaism. It's just oppression. See, and the Muslim countries or whatever, Saudi Arabia, all the way, they try to invade the whole of North Africa. They'll never be able to succeed with that. But they try to invade Southern Europe or wherever, they'll never be able to succeed with that. See, whatever. And they're trying to invade North America, and the Asians trying to control North America through Chinese and all these other people from India or like, I don't know, Bangladesh area trying to take over North America. They'll never succeed with that because it's not their land. It's not European land. It's not African land. It is Aboriginal land. It belongs to the Aboriginal people. Period. Anyway, whatever, just leave it alone. So they suppress them, the Aboriginal people, and they put them in something called a reserve, and they put them in bands, BANDS, and then they want to, like, they murder, they steal the children, and then they want to harm the women. It's called missing and murdered Aboriginal women. Canada is the main place where women go missing in the whole world. Canada is the main place where children are stolen in the whole world. Canada and USA is the only place where people are not treated human in the whole world. Black people are not treated human in Canada and USA. Plus others in some type of fashion or whatever, like the gay people not treated human in some other way, but they have privileges because majority of the ones that are gay or like that getting messed up genes and whatever, there are some that are naturally occurring that way, but it's getting too much in where? In Canada and in USA mainly. Why? Because the food is messed up, the weather messed up, the government system messed up, all the mental illness is way too much. So now they're getting a lot of healthcare workers from around the world to come and try and, manage the situation in Canada and in USA. I don't know if all empires end up like that, because it is said that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So maybe empires end up like that. But But I don't know if they start out okay or they were always like that or whatever. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not an expert I'm not interested in politics anyway. I'm not interested in government. I'm not interested in power and I don't know, whatever other fashions of privilege and position there is in society. I ain't interested in that. But so I don't know if it occurs naturally or whatever, or it's just like situations that create things like that. Who knows? I don't know really. You guys can figure out for yourself. You're probably more well educated and richer and more middle class and more sophisticated than this ordinary person called Simba. Simba in Halifax from Kenya. See. Anyways, I'm making some food here. So I just mentioned I used to make for the poor and the homeless and share with them. So they stopped it. All right, I told them, yeah, you can stop that if you want. You can stop me from washing clothes. I'll go wash clothes elsewhere. You can stop me from using the laundry room. I'll sit outside. You can try and stop me from whatever. But yesterday, my roommate Will was right here in this same kitchen making food that you saw him earlier in this whatever. He's taking to the soup kitchen, to the poor right there in the community. And the same people will be like, oh, Will, you're amazing. Our other roommate, Will, is like, I think, European from France or England or some place like that. His family is from there. He lives in New Brunswick province, and now he's Nova Scotia province of Canada. Anyway, and there's an Italian guy who is here, and he's kind-hearted. He's raised by a good mom, and he was making good food for us here. And we shared, community members came and they came and shared the food, and he went to the same soup kitchen actually, and he was helping cooking there. And he's a nice guy, kind-hearted Italian man. His name is Max, amazing guy. So they didn't stop Max from cooking in the kitchen because he's a white man or a white boy or whatever. See, he's a young man. He's now like starting out, trying to start his family and career, and he's all this stuff. No? They didn't stop Will because he's a white guy, white young man. See, but they want to stop the black man. They call me black man or white man or whatever. Who knows? All just shit titles that are created in the society in North America. Anyways, whatever. So they try to stop the African man from Kenya called SIMBA from cooking in the same kitchen. And the same people want to use the same kitchen to do whatever, the same thing that SIMBA is doing, was doing, or whatever. See? So they want to be cool like the black men. They want to do the same things that the black man is doing. Put on the same fashion and I don't know, style and talking style and this and that, like the black man or the African man, or whatever, mixed race person or whoever, whatever. See, but they want to reserve the potential of who? The black man, or the Aboriginal man, or the Asian man, or the brown man, or the gay person, or the woman, or the child, or the this, except who? The white man. And who's behind it? The white woman. See? She's like, yeah, go bully them. yeah, go harass them. Yeah, go get rent money from them. Yeah, go do this, go do that. And then their children become a curse forever, because now their mindset gets smaller and smaller and more racist and more ignorant and more stealing and more killing and more destroying of what? Themselves. Because they're self-harming themselves, not the black person, not the brown person, not the gay person, not the woman. These ones will arise and shine, and the child will be amazing. All children are children of Mother Earth. So why are they picking on some and want to privilege some, want to do this? It's all very narrow-mindedness. See? You just have to, it's not only the white people that do it, the white pale-skinned people that do it. No. It happens, like I said, among the privileged or the rich or the neo-colonial, the ones that were raised in the colonial system, whatever, white pale-skinned colonial system in Africa, the colonial system in Asia, colonial system in the Caribbean, colonial system in here in North America, colonial system anywhere around the world, because it's just the system profits from stealing, killing, and destroying. And then they self-harm themselves, and the empire collapses from within. How does it collapse? Because of immorality and greediness and corruption. Three things: ignorance, jealousy, and hatred. So they hate themselves in the first place because they don't have love. There's no love in there. The bully does not have love. They were not raised with love. They were not, I don't know, educated to be loving. They were not, whatever. See? You see? There's no love there. So they're jealous of the loving, kind people and the caring people and the compassionate people and all this and all that. But they can harm them. They can touch them. They can't kill them. They can bully them. They try. They used to burn them with a stake. But their name and their whatever, what do you call them? What do you say? Their good deeds live even beyond their life and generations. Think about someone like Gandhi, for example. Gandhi is known even now, even long after he's gone. Or someone like Mother Teresa, or someone like Nelson Mandela, or Dr. Martin Luther King, or all these amazing people that did amazing things. There's so many other examples. Let's just leave it there. Be amazing. Be amazing. Be a good human being. Be a fantastic person. Try to do good in some way. If you don't want to, you can be corrupt and greedy and racist and hateful and tribal and whatever you want to be. No one's stopping you. No one says, oh, you must do this or must do the other. No. You do whatever you want. In Asia, they call it karma. The karma of the hateful, jealous, narrow-minded bully has already been affecting that family or that person or generation for a long time. See, it's just like coming out in these young ones and the piglets and the greedy ones and all this, whatever. Like Trump, his family has been doing that for a long time. Hitler had problems even before he became the leader of. That's why they made him leader of Germany, because all the nobles and whatever were just using him to try and bully who? These people that were banking the money, the Jews and there were some I don't know, probably people from other countries there, because if the economy was booming, there was probably Africans, there was probably